There could be many reasons for the once again renewed interest in handheld gaming, ranging from increased nostalgia to increased portability, but whatever the reason, dedicated portable gaming is definitely here to stay. Not only that, but as with most tech, handheld gaming will only continue to get better in both quality and capability. From sports games to combat, RPGs, racing games, and beyond, there's a little something for everyone in every age, and now it's on the go. In this video, we've compiled a list of the top 5 best handheld game console. So let's get started. Number 5. Dax Rg552. Because nostalgia is so, well, nostalgic, retro gaming will always have a seat at the handheld gaming table. Some old-school games have such an initial impression that they are playable even in the wake of ever-developing new games. The RG552 is a great handheld video game player to keep the OG fun continuing. The horizontal form factor of the RG552 measures a very portable 7.87 by 3.35 by 0.79 inches. Controls include a D-pad, 2 analog sticks, a B/X/Y buttons, and shoulder buttons. The star of the RG552 show is the 5.36-inch, 1920 by 1152 IPS touchscreen with beautiful, eye-popping graphics. There are dual SD card expansion slots to increase storage to 512 GB. Dual system bootable to Linux or Android, the RG552 is a capable emulator compatible with 20 game formats ranging from Android, Dreamcast, SNES, etc. Battery life is 4 to 6 hours per charge. There really is no point in retro gaming if you can't play the retro games you want. The RG552 is a very versatile handheld video game player that is capable of playing a wide variety of retro games. The excellent screen and playability of the RG552 firmly place it as one of the best choices out of the best handheld video game players. Number 4. Highwing RG351V Handheld Game Console. A great thing about handhelds is what's obvious about them: they easily fit into one's hands, making them extremely portable. Unfortunately, handheld can also mean one size fits most when it comes to hand size, with deference to smaller hands. Those of you with larger hands, never fear, because the RG351V handheld game console is not only a great handheld, it is also accommodating to larger hands. Sporting a vertical design, the RG351V has a substantial feel about it, measuring 6.38 by 4.88 by 1.61 inches and weighing 13.4 ounces. The 640 by 484:3 IPS display measures 3.5 inches and is impressively vibrant and colorful. The comfortable for larger hands controls are springy and responsive with a D-pad, analog stick, and X/Y/AB buttons, as well as shoulder buttons on the back. It has 2 SD card slots expanding the memory to 256 GB and comes preloaded with retro-style games, but as it is an emulator, there is support for at least 20 different gaming formats. Battery life is rated at between 4 and 6 hours. If retro gaming is your thing, no need to fret that your hands will be too big to play on a handheld video game player. The RG351 vs. vertical design, comfortable controls and wonderful screen make for a fun handheld gaming experience even for those with larger mitts. Number 3. Nintendo Switch OLED. When a tech bar is set to a high standard, it can be hard to meet or beat it. This is especially the case when the innovator tries to outdo itself. Nintendo blazed a new trail of hybridity with the Switch, particularly as a handheld, and with the Switch OLED it has upped its own game. The Switch OLED measures 9.5 by 0.55 by 4 inches and is slightly bigger than the original Switch. The size difference doesn't seem so minuscule as you take a look at the 7-inch OLED screen, which is more vibrant with high contrast goodness and motion smoothness that seems miles above the original. The layout and functionality of the Joy-Con controllers are the same, with the great intuitive gameplay feel about them. Other handheld mode improvements include enhanced speakers for better sound immersion and 64 GB of built-in storage. Battery life remains the same at around 4.5 to 9 hours of use. Multi-mode playability remains, but the enhancements make the Switch OLED a level-up handheld gaming experience. The Nintendo Switch OLED is a well-tuned improvement on the original Switch, making it an even more impressive handheld video game player. The Switch OLED proves, at least from Nintendo's standpoint, that one of the best handheld video games can indeed get better. Number 2. Nintendo Game & Watch. Everyone knows who Mario is. Heck, I remember his humble beginnings as nothing more than a damsel in distress rescuing Blip fending off barrages from a barrel-tossing gorilla in Donkey Kong. Mario has certainly come a long way and achieved icon status enough to have a handheld gaming console dedicated solely to his celebration. That console is the Nintendo Game & Watch, and it is a fitting tribute to not only Mario but also handheld video game players. Everything about the Game & Watch is a blast from the past, as it is styled after the original Game & Watch console from 1980, which was Nintendo's first handheld. It measures a very pocketable 0.62 by 6.69 by 5.27 inches and weighs a mere 1.76 ounces. The 2.5-inch LCD screen is colorful and vibrant with a D-pad and 8 B buttons on either side. The Game & Watch is all Mario with 3 games to play: Super Mario Bros., The Lost Levels, and Ball Mario version. The watch part of the console displays a Super Mario Bros. Themed time display with all sorts of Mario goodness and Easter eggs. Number 1. Nintendo Switch. Sometimes it can be exciting when a tech manufacturer walks a different path from its competitors, and sometimes it can be a nightmare. Nintendo is a great example of both. The initial excitement at the Wii's innovation and eventual untimely demise still burn. But it may be that the Wii was only a prelude to the real star, the Nintendo Switch. The Switch is indeed innovative and one of the best handheld video game players available. First impressions of the Switch leave something to be desired. Its 4x9.4 x 0.55-inch size is basically a rectangle bookend by 2 gaming controllers. But looks can be deceiving. While the Switch can be played in TV mode and tabletop mode, it is quite impressive as a handheld console. The detachable controllers are called Joy-Cons, and that rectangle is a 6.2-inch 720p multi-touch capacitive touchscreen that is bright and vibrant. The stereo speakers on the Switch sound a bit tinny, but you'll most likely opt for headphones anyway. Games are played either via cartridge or downloaded onto a microSD card. The gameplay is fun and intuitive thanks to clever controls and smooth graphics. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like this unbiased review. And please don't forget to subscribe us to get the news of upcoming reviews. Stay tuned.
Fuck her